Hi everybody, welcome to my chaotic kitchen. So, we're gonna make sweet chili Asian noodles. So basically you're going to either find a sweet chili sauce that you like. I like the 365 brand sweet chili sauce. I'm gonna put that actually right back in my fridge. And then you're gonna want a variety of vegetables I have on hand because I just like to use what I've got. The only thing I really need to pick up was bok choy. So I got some baby bok choy that I'm gonna blanch here in a minute. You will see that. I've got some thinly sliced chicken already ready to go, just with garlic, onion, olive oil, and salt because I want the flavoring of the sweet chili sauce to really shine through. Feel free to add any other, like if you want to do sesame oil, if you want to do rice vinegar, if you want to do like gochujang sauce, if you want to do any type of other flavoring Asian inspired, absolutely go for it. This is just how I tend to do mine. What I'm also going to do is I cut up my pepper, my onion, and my carrots. I did not have fresh broccoli on hand, so I actually have frozen, so I just microwaved that. And again, this bok choy just to make it super, super colorful. And then we are using rice noodles for this recipe because that is the kind of noodle that I can have. So that is what we're doing. So this is still preheating. However, I did not put olive oil and salt on my vegetables, so we're gonna do that now. And then we're gonna put both these things in the oven, and then by the time we're done with the baby bok choy and the rice noodles, everything should be done and put together. So all of these things are going to go into the oven to get cooked. Turn on all of our lights here. And I'm going to grab my stir-fry noodles. That is what I like to use. Right here. The directions on how to cook it on the back. Also directions on how to make chicken pad thai on the back. Basically, I will eventually do these, so not time yet. For right now, we got our baby bok choy. This is the best that I could find at the store. I do use all of it because it does tend to shrink. But I'm gonna get rid of all of the yellow leaves. So basically what you do is you take your baby bok choy, I cut off the butt, and then I am going to just not do the leaves that are kind of yellowing. Like I said, this is to the best of my ability of what they had at the grocery store when I went, is what I am using. Awesome. All right, so we got quite a few from there. And then again, I'm cutting off that bottom bulb just like celery. Getting rid of anything that's like really yellowed. I love me some baby bok choy. It's super good. But I do like to use all of it. As long as, again, it's not yellowed. That's the goal, is we don't want, so like this one was like a super yellow one. We don't want that. It's just losing nutritional value. But there was none, this was the least of the yellow ones that I could find at the store. And then we are going to, awesome. Perfect, these lovely bok choys. I love bok choy so much. Throw this away. Or compost if you got a composter. I do not, so we're gonna toss it. And you kind of like steam blanch. So these all lovely things just got sprayed at the grocery store, so you can wash it if you want to, but I'm also gonna be boiling it, so anything that's in there is gonna die. Anyway, so I got just a pot right here that I'm gonna use. Turn on my heat, just do it on medium heat. And then I'm actually going to take some of my bigger bok choy leaves and just slice them in half. And then I'm gonna put them directly into the pot. You can leave them whole too. I just like to do it this way. Considering this is my chaotic kitchen. But yeah, whatever way you want to do it, I just tend to cut the bigger ones up a little bit more. That one's actually fine. Put all my baby ones in there. Make sure you have not a dull knife for this. These ones are fine. My oven is now preheated. Love that. We love a baby bok choy moment. Perfect. These guys are all pretty little except for this one. All right. So now that that is in there, we're gonna move you guys over. So it's a lot of waiting for things to be done. I'm just gonna make sure that this gets into the water. As it heats up, I'm gonna cover it. And then we're gonna get ready to do our pasta. Actually, before I forget, we're gonna take out our broccoli. We're gonna strain them. We like all of the veggies in our stuff. I'm not very ill prepared today. There we go. I'm clean as I go, human. All right. It's a little more chaotic today. So we've got our broccoli. Boom, broccoli. This is going. Next thing, we have our noodles that we're gonna cook. So we're bringing 4 cups of water to a boil in a medium saucepan, adding in our noodles and cooking for 4 to 6 minutes till they're tender but firm. We're gonna rinse well under cold water and we're gonna drain well and set aside. So they come in a nice pack. I am gonna use the whole pack. First things first is I'm going to get my pan. I don't know how much 4 quarts of water is, so I'm just gonna fill it until I think that it's done. It's probably about a halfway point. Call that good. I do run hot water on it, so it should be fine. And then we are going to put our large burner on and bring it to a boil. I do never put my stovetop fully on high. That's just me. I always just put it at like a 7. And we wait for things. Pretty simple. I'm gonna leave out my cutting board, my knife, because I am going to also slice and dice our chicken once that's done. Speaking of, let me get my recycling, all of the things. We're just chaotically going throughout this kitchen, everybody. We love to see it. Already getting steamy with our baby bok choy. So this will get super duper green as it blanches. It's already pretty hot water, which is great. And it's just gonna steam out so that they're not so tough to eat. You will know when that time has come. Lower my heat a little bit, because you don't also want them. Kind of like, It's kind of like broccoli rabe, where you want it to be like almost an al dente, but not super snappy when it comes to that being done. Only takes a couple of minutes. And now we just wait for things to kind of boil to put our rice noodles in. I'm probably gonna throw in actually a pinch of oil to our water just so, I love seeing it when it's little balls of oil. Just so that the noodles don't stick. Feel free to use a neutral oil, a coconut, an avocado and olive oil, or a sesame oil if you want more of an authentic taste. Or if you have it on hand. I'm just using what I have on hand right now. And everything in the oven is going. Everything in the oven is cooking. Slowly but surely. Hopefully things will all be done at the same time. But until then, we're just hanging out, waiting around for things. I didn't want this video to be 1,000,001 minutes long, so that is why. I don't know if you're gonna see the full thing, depending upon when my chicken gets done. But we'll definitely be able to get the bok choy done, get the pasta done, add all that together, hopefully the veggies. So the chicken might just be the thing that doesn't get done in the amount of time that I would like it to be done. Nice thing is I can see the runtime on the top of my video, so I can see how long my chicken has been cooking. There's about 5 or 6 slices. It's a thin sliced chicken breast, so it shouldn't take more than 20 minutes. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We are steaming. We are smelling good. It's getting so green. So it's gonna wilt kind of like spinach or broccoli rabe, but ooh, that smells so good. Add a little bit of salt. If you don't have an automatic salt thing, you're missing out. All right. We're cooking. This one is not so much, but we're doing it. Oh, we'll add all these things together and leave the time. So as you kind of poke and prod at your bok choy, you'll notice which ones are done, because you're going to kind of go into the stems. They should be a little bendy, not really as snappy as they once were. Because you do want a good bite, but you don't want them to be like a slimy texture. So I am actually going to let that steam. I'm going to turn off that burner. We're going to steam it, get all of our stuff ready to get our pasta going, and check on our chicken. Somewhere up here I have. Here we go. I'm running out of room on my stovetop. So, take our chicken out. We're gonna flip it. We're gonna flip our chicken, which is not done yet. It's still pretty pink. But that's okay, because like I said, it should still be done on time. And then I'm also going to season the back of this chicken before I put things in. So here's my chicken. It's looking real unseasoned right now because I flipped it. And I'm gonna add in some more seasoning to it because I love seasoned chicken. And it's not super seasoned, but just lightly seasoned with onion and garlic. And just let it kind of sink in. Might add a little bit of paprika to this side. There's chili powder. There's cumin. And a little bit of paprika. just to give it some color. And apparently also my hands. All right, back into the oven we go. To hopefully finish cooking in about 10 minutes. We'll see. Checking in on our bok choy now. Ooh. That smells salty and delicious. So excited. I haven't had bok choy in a hot second, can you tell? So good though. So good. Get our rice noodles ready. We're almost boiling over here. Definitely the type of person that likes to put stuff into non-boiling water and then wait for it to reboil. So we need to not do that because that is not great for what we want to do. I'm also keeping my veggies a little bit more with a crisp. So I don't cook them totally through. They're still crunchy. They're just cooked but crunchy. They're al dente veggies, if you will. It's how I like my veggies best. Good old al dente veggies. All right, we are just starting to boil. Now you don't have to use the whole thing, but I am. I'm just going to stick my rice noodles right in there. Maybe. There we go. My packaging works. Okay. I'm going to use that same spatula because we don't like to dirty so many dishes all at one time. And I'm just gonna make sure that that oil kind of gets in between so it doesn't stick to the rice noodles. And then I'm just moving them around again so that oil can get in there so it doesn't stick to A, the bottom, and B, to each other. All right, so that is in. I'm gonna let that cook for a couple of minutes. I am going to just slightly lower so we're not on high but on medium high to get that boil in for about 5-6 minutes here, which again should be about the time that our chicken is done, about the time that everything is done, which is super exciting. That is all working out. And our bok choy is good to go. I'm actually going to, what do I want to do? So many things happening in this kitchen. So much chaos, so little time. All right, so we got our bowl that I'm going to put our bok choy in. So it's gonna look like this. It's gonna be super green. It's gonna smell delish. We are boiling over there with our rice noodles. And give it a quick, nice little stir here. Starting to soften up. They are definitely starting to bend, which is great. Taking this off the heat. And now we don't need these things anymore. It's all great. So basically your noodle should be noodling. And by that I mean your noodle should be noodling. Doesn't take too long, which is great. I am gonna turn that off, just kind of let it sit in the hot water here for the last minute or two. So it doesn't need to be boiling for it to, you know, do what it needs to be doing. Which again, it's gonna be more of an al dente, it's gonna have a bite, it's gonna have a chew. And I just like to kind of keep it moving. And then we're gonna get our cold water in the sink ready, and we are going to gracefully, very, very gracefully, in a minute or two, dump this into the strainer with cold water running through it. We're gonna put it back in this container. We're gonna dump all our veggies in there. We're gonna grab our veggies from the oven. We're gonna dump that in there. And then we're finally gonna grab that chicken. All right, here we go. I have no room in my sink right now, but we're gonna work with it. All right, here goes nothing. Running that under cold water to stop the process of cooking, because it is done. The cooking part is done. Oh yeah, that's good. All right. Gonna bring it back in. The chaotic kitchen is being chaos. I'm gonna actually add just a little bit of oil again. Not a lot, just a little, just to keep everything from sticking, because rice noodles tend to stick. So just a nice neutral oil. Like I said, whatever oil you want to use, not canola, but all the other ones are fine. And we are going to dump in our plethora of broccoli. Get that mixed in there. We're going to take out our veggies, because they'll be cooked enough. Cooked with a little bit of a bite. And they are gonna go right into the pot. And again, we're gonna mix. You can use tongs if you want to. Honestly, tongs might be easier here, but that is okay. We are gonna just mix in all of these veggies into our stir-fried rice noodles. Getting it nice and colorful. So right now, we got this. It's nice and colorful, it's bright. It's something that we like to see. Move you guys over. Nope, I'm gonna keep you guys there. We're gonna grab our chicken. Toast has joined us and welcomed with his puppies. So So I'm going to very carefully open my oven so that he is still a little curious of that, so that he does not go into there. And I just like to go through and check my chicken and make sure it's done because I don't trust myself when it comes to things that are chicken. Even though, like I said, it is thin slice, it is more than likely done. It looks very much done. It smells very much delicious. But because I just truly can't tell, we're gonna cut it and make sure that it is not pink on the inside, which is also something I have a hard time telling, but it looks good. I'm like, can never tell if it's pink because all of my lighting makes everything look pink, which is super fun for me. So what we're gonna do is we're going to transfer all of our chicken. Actually, I lied. No, we're not. We're gonna stay right here. You know how I said we were gonna use our cutting board? No, we're not. We're gonna cut our chicken right here in the glass, very chaotically, so that it almost rips apart. Instead of anything else. And we're just gonna do that. We're gonna go like that instead. Less dirtying for dishes. Again, I like to make sure everything is cooked, that these things are thin sliced, so you know that that's done. And we're just gonna keep on kind of shredding our chicken up into smaller pieces, which we will then put into our stir fry. Oh yeah, that's done. It feels done. It's definitely done. Because I second guess my chicken work, but I'm only about 2 years into cooking chicken here, so we're gonna cut me some slack. Oh, that's done. We're good. And we're just gonna keep dicing until we get some chicken diced in here. Okay, one more. And this is gonna go right into our, I really chose the worst way to cut this, but that's fine. I'm just happy everything is done on time. So here we are. The prep work I did before this was about 5 to 7 minutes of prep work before I started this video. So truly you are looking at really a 30-minute meal here from start to finish. So we've got our chicken in here. It is done. I'm gonna figure out how to, there we go, grab our tongs. We're gonna shut our oven off because I forgot to do that already. We are going to grab our tongs and put all of this chicken into our stir fry, and then we'll add the sauce. And because I did grab tongs, we might use that to mix things up and around. You also could have marinated your chicken in, there we go, in the sauce if you wanted to. I just didn't, but you could have if you wanted. All right, I'm gonna grab my tongs, just because that's easier to grab these noodles with. Mix it to an extent. And then we are going to add our sweet chili sauce. I'm gonna give it a little shake. Find where this thing opens. And I don't even use all of this, I only use a little. Oh, that smells good. Just to give it a little flavor. So I use about this much, but use to your extent, whatever you want. It is a sweet chili sauce. You're gonna get a sweet heat. Smells delish. And like I said, feel free to add more sweet heat. If you want the whole bottle, throw in the whole bottle. I just don't do well with heat, even if it is sweet heat. It's just not for me. So I'm just gonna mix this in super good here. And if you are the same as me and you just can't deal with your heat that much, that's fine, because the other people in your house, guess what? There's still more of the bottle left. They can pour it right on top. That is perfectly fine. Awesome. And there you have it. A done meal in about 30 minutes. You have a big pot of dinner. This thing is full to the top. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Any questions on how to make sweet chili Thai noodles, sweet chili Chinese noodles, sweet chili rice noodles, stir fry thing? Feel free to drop a comment below.